Right. I know you articulated your position at the meeting on Wednesday,
Sure.
but there have been recent reports that detailed the ghost gangs, the ghost members in the URP project, 8,000 or so it was reported. Your position on that and the allegations that there are these 8,000 or were these 8,000 persons, ghost persons that were employed in the URP?
Well, the fact is that if that is in fact the situation, I am not going to stand here and support any illegal activities in New York. But my main concern is that you don't just come and make a statement and you don't have what you call hard facts. And that's something absolutely untrue. So if you have those facts, and that is absolutely true, then we are waiting for them to give us the proper details. And if that is so, you take your appropriate action.
You can say that at this stage, persons have not been reported to the police, or at least that we know of. You can say that, there's nothing concrete that has been presented to the police, at least.
Well, I mean, the URP to me is consistent with the activities that we have seen of the government, which is, you started with WASA, Central WASA workers, at the leadership level. You didn't allege corruption. Then of course, you have CPEP, you have land settlement agencies. Recently, we have people from Heritage at a senior level resigning. You have the governor of the central bank. So, URP to me is really one of the multiplicity of interventions that we see across the government, where they clearly have made a position where they are going to send home a number of persons.
My last question, as it relates to these firing, ma'am, are you concerned about the government's position as it pertains to the alternative? Like, there's the argument that persons aren't hearing, okay, so what's next now? Are you concerned about that?
Well, definitely, because at the end of the day, you would recall that the Honorable Jamming in the Parliament said she saw persons wearing red, and she knows for a fact that those persons voted for her. So let us accept the fact that, the vulnerable, persons working in URP, persons working in CPEP, school opening, school haven't opened this week, that they cannot, as I said, you can't pay rent, you can't buy school books, you can't buy uniform, basic supplies. So the truth is that, okay, even if you argue that there are persons who claim and involved in some sort of illegal activity, what about the others? We know that there's thousands of people that are employed in URP and employed in CPEP, who depend, of course, on your salaries. We, as a People's National Movement Opposition, we would want to say clearly that we want a fair day's work and we want a fair day's pay.